Oh, welcome everybody, and welcome from wherever you are right now, joining me here at Breakthrough with Jeff. We are talking about power. And I know there are a few words that give people some tremors in their abdomen when they hear the word power, because for most of us, when we were growing up, we gave away our power every passing of the year. Like the older we grew, the more powerless we became. And so my work has been helping people reclaim their power, because I realized without getting to that place of reclaiming your power, then you will never discover your potential and get to understand who you are as a person and what you came to fulfill on the planet. And so we're talking about power and taking back your power. And there are several relationships that people, different people give away their power in different relationships. There are those who've given their power to their family relationships. So we just learn these things are conditioned in our system. Now, let me repeat that. These are things that we condition ourselves to be, to do, to act powerless. And there are specific people that we learn to give our power away to. Anyone that is controlling, manipulative in any form or, shape, whether it's your parent, it's your spouse, it's someone you're dating, is even unborn children have controlled people, and they have made people, powerless. Relationships, most relationships are based on control and manipulation. And this is where we get things twisted. Because if it's control and manipulation, it cannot be love. It cannot be love, because love is the opposite. Love, where there is love, there is freedom. And there is freedom to be, to allow the other person to be themselves. And powerless people want to make other people powerless, because that's the condition. You feel like the more you control other people, the more you manipulate other people, the more you tend to feel like you're in a place of power. It's a false assumption. It's a false attempt to really feel powerful. It's like meeting your need for love by manipulation and control. Just the same thing. And so I want you to just begin to think about your life and your relationships. Think about how do you relate with people around you? Are they, do you have controlling, manipulative relationships, or are your relationships healthy? I don't know. I like to hear what are the nature of relationships you've seen, maybe at work, relationship with people around you. This is not just personal or interpersonal relationship. It's even relationship with government. It's how you carry yourself around people, institutions, institution of marriage, institution of the government, the church, religion. Those are places where human beings give away their power, and we begin to feel, okay, I can only live on the terms of other people, not by my own terms, but by the terms of other people. And we get into interpersonal relationship, marriages, where if you feel you're manipulated, if you feel, it could be through communication, it could be through signs and language and wonders. There are people who don't really tell you what they want, but they send signals, signs, and wonders. Is because that is one way of taking your power away. And the thing is, God's ideal or the ideal situation is where everyone really takes back their power and you feel grounded. You can share, you're free to share whatever you want to share, without any limits or without any feeling as though someone is choking you or someone is just waiting to judge you and to bring you down and to push you down. That is the ideal situation. When you talk about ideal relationship, as people ask, okay, when I tell my clients, draw a vision of your ideal relationship. An ideal relationship is one where you're totally free to be yourself. You're totally free to be yourself. There is no manipulation. You don't feel control. Those are two words that are indicators that you've given away your power. Manipulation and control. Any relationship where there is manipulation and control, you have given away your power, or you're in that process of giving away your power. And I had written down a list here. Let me share with you some of the common areas or relationships where I find people really manipulated, or I find relationships hurting in terms of power games. Okay, so one of it is our family members. I've already mentioned that. You realize if you grew up, especially in Africa, you have gone through power games, unconsciously or consciously. And power games is about control. And family members tend to have very subtle battle of control. Who controls what? And especially if you're the last born, you tend to be controlled by everyone. Although some last borns are really strong and they fight for their territory, but there's always a one family member that really gets it from everyone. And you just learn to be at the corner somewhere. You condition yourself to just take it all the time. You're taking it because everyone, when you're growing up, they found it easy to just give it to you and to control you, to manipulate you. And when I talk about control and manipulation, I'm talking about people making you do things you don't want to do. You don't really want to do. So family members going to courses that you don't really want to do is actually a sign of powerlessness. You're giving away your power. And parents are doing this with their kids, forcing them to do courses that are not really their calling. And the child will say yes, but deep inside, that's not what they want to do. So they have given away their power. Otherwise, the ideal situation is where the child communicates clearly to the parent that this is not my path and this is not what I want to do, Papa. Can I follow my vision? Can I follow my dreams? And a healthy parent is the one that will give their child the permission to be the person that they want to be. Okay, so family members, spouses, that's another area where we give away our power. Where when you're getting married, and because this person meets your need and you're meeting each other's needs. Now there are people that for them to get their needs met, they have to manipulate, because they don't have the capacity to love. When you don't have the capacity to love, so your needs are met, then you manipulate. You learn to manipulate. And again, from the family situation, we've learned to manipulate people because we were manipulated. So we learn to manipulate people to get what we want. And so you're taking that to your love or intimate relationship. Remember, we said here in this show that intimate relationship is your source of heaven or hell here on earth. It's going to be your source. Is not the source of heaven. The deepest experience is not with your kids. I know there are some of us who have really great experience, great relationship with their children, with their parents. No, that's not what will give you the greatest pleasure on the planet. It's actually your intimate relationship. It will either give you hell or it will give you heaven, depending on how you made your choice. Some of us are choosing hell flames. Others are choosing the gates of heaven. Blessing, may you be blessed. And choosing the gates of heaven is really understanding the person you are dating, the person you are relating to, meeting their needs, growing your love. Remember, we said that love has got 3 stages. There are 3 stages of relationships. When it comes to intimate relationship, there's a stage where you're just meeting your own needs and it's all about you. And then you meet each other's needs. And then you grow to a place where you just are driven to meet this person's need. Now, if you're dealing with someone that grew up in a family environment where they felt powerless, they did not express themselves, they did not, and now that they get into this relationship with you, and you're a healthy person, by the way, quote unquote, because we attract people who are just like us. So if you're hooked up to a broken person, the truth is you yourself, you're broken. Nature doesn't make mistakes. It's only that, sometimes we are too proud to look at ourselves in the mirror and just tell ourselves the truth. Hey, even me, hey, I'm broken, just like this person. And so most of the time, intimacy or intimate relationships are a reflection of places you need to heal. But then how do we deal with intimate relationships? We look at it as the other person is the one who has a problem. You did not come together by mistake. You're like magnets. Your own issues pulled you together. Your own problems and your own, glory and your own power. You're like magnets. Like in terms of relationships, like attracts. You attract like. That's why I listen to couples, someone tells me the other person's problems, and I ask them, okay, is there a chance that you could be just like the person you're telling me? Is there a chance? And they smile because they know the truth. This is just the way they are. But they want you to deal with the other person so they can be free. It doesn't work that way. Change happens from within us. And so this is you need to understand yourself. When you feel manipulated and you feel controlled and you feel you're doing things that you don't really want to do, guys, give each other freedom in relationship, freedom to be. Hata kama things are really bad, this person has issues they are dealing with, and you don't want and you want to control them so that because they are still a baby, you have to keep a 30-year-old man as a baby and baby them. You want to keep a 30-year-old lady as a baby and baby them. Let people deal with their issues. Let people face their giants and slay them so you guys can enjoy your relationship. Otherwise, when you carry on this manipulation that you learn from your parents and now you're carrying it to your relationship, you're going to transfer this again to your kids, to the next generation, and it continues from one generation to another to another. We are passing on a spirit of manipulation where people are shaking and there is no love, because that's not love. Love is freedom. Love is free, is the ability to set others free. Do you have that capacity? And that's how you are stepping into power. But when control is powerlessness, and control is an illusion because it's not possible really in ideal situation, in ideal life, it's not possible to control people. You cannot control people. We think we are controlling them, but you cannot control people. And so if you're the type that controls, you're the one that feels you're so insecure because you grew up in an insecure environment, you're so insecure and you feel now you must control so that this person can love you, devote themselves to you. That is powerlessness. True power is setting that person free. if you really love them, set them free. Let them show you their true colors, so you can make a clear judgment and a clear decision about what you really, really, really want. But when you pretend to control them and manipulate them so that they can meet your needs and love you, it's going to be a waste of time. So, another area is actually friends. There are friends that manipulate each other. You want something from a friend, then, if your easy way is manipulation through emotional tantrums. And tantrums are in every relationship. I told you the other day, even parents throw tantrums, to their children, throw a tantrum so that they can act a certain way. Why not just communicate? Tell them what you want. Tell them you're not happy. Stop these games. This is power games, power of manipulation and control. Manipulation and control is it's illusion. It's not true power. Okay, so I talked about siblings, parents, caretakers, people that took care of you. Most of the time, this is where power games, were played, and we gave our power. So some of us given our power to our siblings. Yani, there's a sibling, if they call you, you are shaking, you find a safe place, you lean on the wall to answer that call because you're powerless when they call you. There are parents, when they call you, you need prayer and fasting before you answer the call because you're powerless. You've given them your power. There are relatives, they call you, you just feel you're shaking. You just feel there's a feeling of powerlessness. That's not God's will for you. That is not your best life experience. Some of us are CEOs of organizations, but because there's a relationship somewhere, we've given away our power. When that person calls, when that person knocks the door, we lose it. We totally lose our power. We even forget who we are and immediately respond like, you're running around like a crazy person. You lose your identity. You don't even remember who you are. Let me tell you, whether it's your parent, whether it's your partner, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your neighbor. Some of us, we give our powers to our neighbors. They control us. You sneak home. When you buy a new car, you sneak home midnight because you don't want your neighbor to hear you are there. The early morning, you've left. That's powerlessness. You've given them your power. They are controlling what time you go home and what time you don't. You have to sneak in. It's powerlessness, my brother. Be healed. Receive. Be healed. Because that's not a way of living. We are talking about reclaiming your power, reclaiming your destiny, living in a way where energetically you are at peace, you are living out peace, joy, and love. You're free. And some of us gave out our powers, to people our love, people we have dated before. Your exes, they're called exes. Your exes, yani, you block them everywhere because you're powerless. It's blocking. There are some of us, we are blockers. Yani, the numbers blocked on your phone, and it's because you are really powerless. That's giving away. That person has power. You're saying, no, I protect myself from this person because they might do what? Do what? Take back your power. That person is not your God. Release them. Breathe into your life a fresh breath. Take a deep, slow breath and just let them go. And take back your power. And give them back your power. Some of us, we give power to stalkers. Stalkers, even when you are in town, you can sense, like ladies, you can sense someone behind you. You can sense your stalker 100 meters away, and you are in town. Do you know when people are in town? But because you're trained for powerlessness. You can sense a stalker behind you, someone that has been stalking you. And you know, stalkers are, they're like, you know, they are secret, but you can sense and be, you know, shaking and walking in fear because you're powerless. Not that you're powerless, you've given them your power. That's how you know you've given someone your power. Whenever you meet them, you just feel like your energy is gone totally. And some of us energy is gone because it's fear that just thrashes through our heart. And some of us energy is gone because we just melt. We just collapse. Yani, after you have no dreams, no focus in life. When you meet that person, just powerless. Powerless. Power. Every other power, you just go powerless, goes totally bananas. Get back your power. Get back your power. I don't believe in that. That is foolishness. You know, where you're giving away your power to people. It's foolishness. Get back your power. Feel what it is for you to be grounded in your true power. Evaluate some of these relationships where you gave away your power. And you know, even when I was growing up, I realized at some point I was giving my power to bullies. You know, bullies in school, in high school, people that will bully you, and somehow you give away your power to them. Every time you see that bully, my God, you remember all the names of your ancestors. You're calling on, you forget it's the name of Jesus. You just go to all the ancestors you're calling on because of the fear of this person. The fear of man is a curse. Bullies, you know, if you're a high school child or whoever, bullies are not just in high school, by the way, guys. We have bullies on social media, and some of us have given them your power. Some of you want to do something, but because of bullies, you don't do it. You've given them your power. You've given them your destiny, your life, given them your power. Your bullies. Someone says something just to bully you, and that stopped you from writing your book. Someone says something to bully you on social media, and that made you to actually put a stop on your destiny, on your purpose, on your career, on your relationship. Hey, take back your power. That's what we came to do here. This party is about taking back your power. Another unique place that where we give away our power is our professionals, doctors. I mean, you go listen to a doctor. A doctor tells you something about prognosis, diagnosis, and they tell you you only have this much to live. If you live, you know, this is the kind of life you're going to live. We agree with them. And one way or another, we live the life of their dictation. And that way you give away your power. A professional, expert, they say something. And most of the time, most of these experts, they are wrong. They are doing researches. They have not done it on you. They did it on other people. Even if you tell me 99%, that's not 100%. I will be among the 1%. Leave me alone. And so this is how we give away powers to these professionals, to these people. And you're listening to them and doing exactly without questioning and without really practicing and saying, does this thing work? If it doesn't work, let it go. Okay, that's how we give away our powers to employers, to our clients even. There's some of us who've given our power to clients. I mean, our client, like, they dictate your destiny, how you breathe and live and do everything. The source of your supply is not your client, it's God. Go beyond them. Go beyond the person paying your bills and see the hand that holds everything together. Go beyond that. Go beyond that person that is your God Father. And somehow, if you're lucky and blessed, you can reach to God the Father. And then you know true power. Because when you trust in people that seems to be holding the bread on your mouth, into your mouth, and you give them your power, I mean, you have no freedom. They've taken all your time. There's no self-healing, refreshing time. It's all about obsession with the client and the obsession with your boss and obsession with, and you forget yourself. You forget yourself, then you've given away your power. Get back your power. And just do a meditation, a reflection, visualization of your ideal self. Who are you when you're totally reclaimed your power? Who are you when you've cut off the cords that connect you to powerlessness? It's like someone connected you, your umbilical cord, to powerlessness. May you be connected to power, source, to the source of all power, and feel it, experience it, and so there are so many ways that we give away power. Can I give you another, maybe a last one? We give away power even to our children. I've seen parents that are voiceless. You can never tell your child anything. They do whatever they want to do in your house. And someone is 30 years old. You've given them your power. If you're 30 and you're still, staying with your parents, get out. Even if you have no job, go hang out with your friends. They will quicken you. But when you're always around your parents, you are actually all become babyish, and that energy makes you powerless. And it's manipulative to your parents because you're there. A parent will feel powerless. What do? They feel, what do I do with this one? What do I do with it? Inside they are hurting. Your father will not tell you, your mom will not, but I'll tell you, if you're 30 and still staying with your parents, inside they are hurting. You are manipulative. Move. I don't want to say bad words, but move out of that family. Move out of that home. Go find something. Get your power together. Leave your parents alone. Let them have a nice, time of retirement or whatever. You're still a baby. Get alive, man. Get alive. And so get back your life from all these bullies, gossipers, perhaps is ex-partners or what we call exes that are holding you captive. Free yourself, because this life is too short to suffer. I don't know which areas of your life do you feel you've given away your power. I'd like to hear which areas of your life do you feel I've given away your power. Joy, you said blocking of X. Yeah, that people do that actually just to feel powerful. Okay, so redeem yourself. This life, I say, is too short for you to suffer. And if you're giving away your power, I keep on editing my relationship and check, okay, am I giving my power to this person, to this institution, there's no institution that is supposed to hold you, captive. When you see them, you shake. I used to behave like that with the police. And if you're the kind of person that when you see police, you're shaking, those are human beings. You're giving them your power. And they can tell someone that is afraid. And that's the person they want to see what's wrong with this person, because it's not normal. But when you play yourself, you step into your power and say, Kwani Konini, just go. You talk to them, greet them like you know where you're going. But people, even without any mistake, they look like they are loaded with mistakes because they are powerless. They are showing these people that they are powerless. And that's how we give away our power. It's not worth it. It's not worth any second of your life, whether it's your child, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your parent. Go take back your power. And if you're a parent that has given your power to your children, to your employer, to whoever, get back your power. Let everyone just be free. Let's set each other free Be free to be you. That's how you know you've matured, you've grown. And that way, relationships will heal. You be in a relationship you enjoy. By the way, we're in that season of love and relationship and caring and connecting, and some of us dumping each other. Know that even when someone leaves you, you should be left powerfully. Eh? Can I say that differently? No, you should let them leave you, but they are not leaving any part of you. Because when people say, oh my God, I had given him my power, my love, I had given him my heart. How do you give your heart? If we operate, you will not find your heart. Let me tell you, we give our power. We don't give our heart, we give our power. So when you make this person, you give them a position that, oh my God, if this person leaves, I'm dead. You've given them your power. It's not your heart. Your heart, you have it. You die with it. It's your heart. But you give your power. What you give is actually your power that you give away. So you give them the permission to manipulate you, the permission to hold you captive. Even when you want to leave, you will stay there. You stay there. You're addicted to them. You're addicted to powerlessness. You're addicted to just being in this relationship that is abusive. So take back your power. Just learn to reclaim. Begin from, if you pray from a place of prayer, say, I take back my power. Every power I've given to whoever, I take it back right now. And I give back their power. Imagine in your mind a connection of a cord, umbilical cord connected to this person who is manipulating you. And then in your head, cut it off. Just close your eyes and pick a scissors, imaginary one, and cut it off. And just say, I cut off every connection with this abuser. Cut. Just feel it. Cut. Gone. Totally. And you feel the freedom. And you breathe in a fresh air. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And from that moment on, you live a free life. So that, life and love is something that you're choosing, not something you're manipulated to be, to do, and to have, and to be in a place that you don't want to be. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for hanging out here on Breakthrough with Jeff. Kindly share this video with someone that you love, someone that you like, to discover their true power, their true potential. Let them, serve them in one way or another. Thank you so much. God bless you. Enjoy this season of love. Love yourself. Put yourself first. Put yourself a priority. Communicate with yourself. Evaluate your relationships. And the ones, that don't fit the cut of a healthy relationship, know that there is manipulation and control. It's time to either heal or leave. Thank you, and God bless. Good night.